Okay, we are going to call to order the Detroit Industrial Authority Board of Directors meeting. It is September 26, 2025. We have two absences today, just Stephanie and Albert, but otherwise we have everyone here. We are going to start with the public hearing for the Troy Hub LLC. Everyone might know it as the Troy Savings Bank Music Hall Corporation project that is going on. We will open the floor to any comments or questions from the public. If you would like to say anything, please announce yourself. If you're on the call, introduce yourself, and the floor is open to the public. And also, John, right, if you'd like to add anything before the public presentation, if you'd like to mention anything.
Sure. The project is well underway. We're about 60% complete now. Looking forward to opening the music hall in December, and then the rest of the project will be finished up late February, it looks like right now. Very excited about it. Things are going well. Just had our sign installed this morning, so that's pretty exciting. And I think when we're able to now program year-round, the economic benefit to Troy will be substantial. Increase our programming, attendance, and we'll be able to continue sort of the educational programs that we have been doing for the last several years and expand those because we'll have new spaces in which to bring students into the building. So we're excited about that.
Great. Do we have any members of the public present on the call or in the room that would like to speak?
I'll give the project a thumbs up. Barb Nelson, a tap. Amazing, amazing work by the music hall.
Deanna Del Paz. I also am super impressed, and John was amazing to take me through it during construction. Long overdue, John, probably, right? But you're there, and it's very exciting.
Okay, I'm not seeing anyone else come off of mute, and we have no one else present for that. Thank you for the comments, Barb and Deanna, and we are going to adjourn the public hearing portion of the meeting, and we will move into the regularly scheduled meeting. We'll start with, we have minutes to go over. It's going to be a little difficult to bring everyone together for these, so we'd like to put a proposal forward for approving all the minutes in this package, February 21st, April 25th, May 30th, and July 25th. And to the best of the Secretary's knowledge, this is all accurate. I think that's the format for this. It's something that we haven't done often, but we keep having to skip these, so let's get these out of the way and start on a better track next month. Do we have any questions or comments? And otherwise, a motion to approve this grouping of minutes.
I'll make the motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. And we have no opposed, but we do have the two absences. Okay, so we'll start fresh again in October. On to new business. We are going to start with the project authorizing resolution. So in front of us, back a bit in your packet, we have in front of us the resolution of the Troy Industrial Development Authority appointing Troy Hub LLC as its agent to undertake a certain project, as more fully described in attached, authorizing the execution and delivery of an agent agreement, leaseback agreement, payment in lieu of tax agreement, and related documents with respect to the project, and authorizing the provision of certain financial assistance to the company as further defined herein, adopting findings with respect to the State Environmental Quality Review Act, and authorizing the execution of related documents with respect to the project. So this is a full packet. I think it's maybe printed twice in this for everything. Do we have? If everybody has had a chance to review this, do we have any questions for John while he's here, or any comments from the board? If not, do we have a motion to approve this project resolution?
Oh, motion.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No opposed? And we just have the two absences today with Stephanie and Albert. Okay. Good to go. Congratulations, and thanks for continuing the investment in the music hall and the community.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks, John.
We now have, another part of new business is the Downtown Troy bid sponsorship, specifically, related to Chowder Fest. We have a package, starting in the back, all the color prints, for the 2025 sponsorship package, and I believe we have some members, Olivia, on the call that would like to possibly say something. Olivia, the floor is yours if you'd like to, present on the sponsorship opportunity.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So you have the sponsorship package in front of you. Chowder Fest is coming up. It's on Sunday, October 12th. We're still looking for a few sponsors to help with making this event happen. A lot of the time, this sponsorship really helps with getting your name out there, getting on all of our promotional needs, but it also covers the cost of what we need to make this event happen. So it's definitely something I recommend sponsoring. It's a great event. It's actually one of our biggest events that the bid does. It usually brings in around like 5,000 people. All of our businesses sell out of chowder within like the hour that it starts, because that's how many people come out. We have a good lineup of our restaurants that are participating. We're up to 12 restaurants participating right now. I always know I'll end up getting more next week when the restaurants are like, can I still participate? So it's a good lineup this year. We're hoping for good weather. Last year we had some rain, so fingers crossed that this rain is just what happened now. But there's 4 different levels. It's at your discretion of what level you think works best for the IDA. So I'll have you guys kind of review that. And if you have any questions, you can email me, let me know. And Danae's on our board. She also can help you learn about Chowder Fest as well.
Danae, would you like to add anything?
I don't really have anything to add, but I think it's a great event to sponsor. It is one of the more fun ones to walk around downtown. It's spread out through all the businesses, so, if you walk someplace and they're out of chowder, then there's other options and other restaurants that you can visit. I don't know how much promoting I should do. I feel like I'm in the middle, so.
I appreciate you.
I like chowder, so I'm cool with it. Music, I like being out there.
One question I have is, there's an item for a booth at the event. That doesn't necessarily, I would imagine that doesn't really necessarily apply to the IDA for this. Is that?
If you would like a booth, it does. So if you want to have a presence there, absolutely. You can set a 10 by 10 booth up. If you have material that you want to hand out to the public just to learn a little bit more, we always offer that to any of our sponsors.
Are you, just my question related to that is there any fee? I just want to make sure if we're sponsoring this, that there's nothing associated with that that's going to you having to pay someone else for that. Okay. So if we don't have that, it's not like it's waste of money or anything like that. Great.
Yeah, no. And we're so just for deadline, end of next week is when we'll start printing everything. So our banners and the maps. So if you are going to sponsor, letting me know by early next week instead of later next week. So that way, when we're printing everything, the logo gets on there.
What is the amount that you guys are specifically, I know you said there's different levels. We have 5,000, 2,000, 1,000, and 500. Are you coming with a specific ask in mind for this?
The gold sponsor is what I'm asking for. So the $1,000 level at the gold sponsor.
Any other questions from board members for them while we have them?
So 1,000 is the minimum to get an MC shout out.
Yeah, logo placement on everything, MC shout out on that main stage, and then you'll be in our monthly newsletter. So moving forward, your logo goes onto our monthly newsletter, and we do a click back to pages. So if you do want the Troy IDA click back, we add that to that monthly newsletter that goes out. Okay.
Do we have a motion to approve the gold sponsorship level for the, bid Chowderfest event. Sorry? Okay, so we have Alex, Michael, all in favor?
Aye.
Great. Congratulations, you have the gold sponsorship. Thanks
Great,
for coming
thanks,
in.
guys.
to us.
Hope to see you at
And-
Chowderfest.
Absolutely, and Danae will coordinate, logo, et cetera, with you.
Great, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Danae, this wasn't in, we have October in our packet, and it's not in the, just making sure this is something we're covering in.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not on one of the, I didn't add it as a bullet item.
Okay, just making sure. So we do have another item of new business today, that we'll amend in, and this is, a request for sponsorship for TAP's, first annual October event. I think we all know we're familiar with TAP and coming to the, CRC. This is, coming for sponsorship for a community event, and Barb is here. I'll give the floor to her to, present on it. Please, again, it's not in the notes, but it's in the last couple pages of the packet right after the Chowderfest information. So look through that, and Barb, the floor is yours, and then we'll bring it to the board for questions.
Great, thank you, good morning. So this is our first, we hope, of many annual October events. October kind of started in New York City, at the New York City Design Center. Major cities all over the US cover this, and smaller cities. So this year, instead of TAP having just one fundraiser gala, we are proposing an entire month of collaborations, just all about architecture and design and the creatives that are behind our built environment. So we have happy hours. Those are like office parties for our sponsors at our sponsors' offices. So different architects, people can see different architects' offices. We have film festivals. We have trivia nights, workshops, webinars. We're just bringing in all kinds of other activities that, activities with the Hartcliffe Museum, where we team up with them. We have a hard hat tour at Proctor's, a hard hat tour at the music hall. So just getting some, Troy loves its architecture, right? We all love our architecture, but we just wanted to throw a little love at the architects, and we have 12 architecture businesses in about 4 blocks of River Street. So, there's it's no surprise that Troy fosters a creative industry. So it's the first time we've done it. The ending event is a collaboration with Collarworks. They're going to have a party at their, so instead of just TAP having a gala, we're doing a collaborative event with Collarworks. But we have budget across all of these events, and I could, if you would allow me, I could share the calendar of events, because it's so much more robust than Danae. Can I do that? Can I share? Oh, I can. Oh, great. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here it is. So if you were just, to see our website, and just go right to the October. This is the shape of Troy graphically. Down, here's our calendar. Oh, it's not clicking. Why is that? Maybe because I'm sharing it? Darn.
I did
Well,
bring
here.
that down, Barb, so I think,
We do have the,
Yeah, we have it.
we have the calendar.
Oh, you have, well, it's whatever we gave you is much more up to date now, because we just keep adding events.
Okay.
But so lunch and learns, preservation webinars and workshops, book talks with the Landmark Society of Western New York, events at the Center of Gravity about model making. The Center of Gravity is having 2 of their Saturday kids programs will be about building and architecture, building bridges and whatnot. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, so just, lectures at RPI. We're very excited about a collaboration with the National Organization of Minority Architecture Students at RPI. So we're going to host a portfolio review night for them, a tappy hour at the Hart Cluett Museum. So we're just really excited. This has come together in pretty short order. So we're thinking next year will be really great. So here you just get a listing, and more things are signing up every day. So stop sharing.
Barb, I have a couple of questions. The first one being are you, with the sponsorship, is this the only city organization that you guys are looking to for sponsorship?
Yes. Our other sponsors are architecture offices, a couple contractors, preservation groups. But I remember talking to the Capital Resource Group last year, for other things, for our regular party. And so I thought give that a try again. So no, you're the only civic organization that we've reached out to.
There's not just, this is kind of a question both for Barb and the board. There's a lot of these, like for a lot of the levels involved, like, it's incentivizing the business involvement, or personal involvement of the business owners. And, like, I'd love to be present at these. I'm not necessarily able to commit 100% if I can be present in any of these as a representative of the board, of the IDA or the city. So, like, I guess I'm going to default to Danae. Do you plan on making yourself available as also a member of the bid to be, like, if we were to sponsor one of these, to be like the point person and
name tag?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, if anybody wants to go, I would.
Yeah, there's so many things. You can
Yeah.
have your choice or multiple.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And nobody's expected to get to all of them. It'd be kind of crazy. I will probably be at most of them. But.
It's some good positive promotion of the IDA.
Yeah.
To be out there. Like, we're normal people. We're not trying to feel everybody's funny.
Is there a specific level that you're coming to us in mind when you approached us?
Well, clearly the more the better, but I don't want to be greedy. 2,500 would be fabulous. Of course, 5,000 would be great. But 2,500 would really do us some good. Being the first one, we haven't. Yeah, we've learned a lot on how next year to start earlier and how to frame our requests better.
And just for, I'll need to pass this out. This is relevant because it involves TAP, but if you want to pass these around, this is more for the CRC. I asked Matt and Danae to help me gather, like, let's say the last 5 years of CRC contributions and grants as an overview. And just for reference, like, this was 2024, we put $7,500 to TAP for the grant that Barb was mentioning, the equipment upgrades and sponsorship back in August. So I think one question, is there an because again, this is coming from a different perspective. You're not doing the gala. This is, is there any plan in 2025 to come to the CRC for any other funding requests?
No.
Or just
no.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any questions from the board for Barb before we discuss a limit or anything else about the event?
I could note that press releases, because October 1st is looming large, press releases are going out and, email notices are going out. So the sooner we have your name on the list, the sooner we get it out there.
I mean, I think, so from my perspective, I think the 2,500 makes sense. The large one is geared more towards like having a presence in downtown or something and having an event sponsorship. I think I wouldn't be opposed to putting that forward. I just we'd have to look at which one, there's options within that, if that is what we're interested in, or if anybody feels that we should look at a different level, let's discuss that. But I would like to put my goal would be to put the motion forward at the $500 level, and then we discuss which one of these to participate in.
And some of these have been, donated, by other sponsors, but I do know that the happy hour, the tappy hour at TAP's office on October 16 is not yet fully sponsored, so you could certainly sponsor that. I'd have to check with Corey, my event guy, to see most currently what is up. Let's see.
Everyone's intently reading here, Barb. You might not be able to see. We're not
No, I can
ignoring
see.
you.
I can see.
I would put forth a motion to sponsor them at the 2,500 level. Do we need to, at this point, I would say either the Tappy Hour or the Art by Architects are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I like that. Yeah, if you, let's put it this way, if we give you two, if you need to use the sales effort to get the Tappy Hour from someone else, feel free, we can step back.
Okay.
I think that's,
Okay.
yeah, so I guess we have a motion from Sue or motion from me from the $2,500 limit. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, do we have all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, you got it, Barb. We can coordinate
Wonderful.
with Danae. Make sure you get our logo and everything on those items. We'd love to see that. And thank you for coming to us with this opportunity, and I look forward to seeing the turnout.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Thank you all very, very much. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for doing the extensive community event. This is a lot of work for your team, so I appreciate the effort seeing you guys do this for Troy.
We've got Olivia working on it with us too, so we got everybody.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, and have a great weekend.
You too.
Okay.
I just have a quick note. The ColorWorks groundbreaking is Monday, and
That's
they
true.
want to send the invite to everybody on the board. I know they're still like in flux, kind of. They applied, but it's not completed. So
This is in the bank by the post office, right?
this is down on First Ave,
Oh.
going towards it's the old some industrial building. ColorWorks was gonna partner to make a.
206 First.
Oh, thank you.
That, it was a while ago. I mean, how long ago would you say they applied, Justin?
In a while.
They did apply, right?
For which, the ColorWorks?
Yeah.
Or for the IDA, or?
Yeah, I thought they came before us and gave us an application.
I think so. I don't know if we.
Yeah,
on
I don't
First
think it
Street?
went past.
The application.
Yeah.
It's,
They wanted to
it's
extend
at
the
10
invitation
o'clock
to
on
the
Monday,
part of
if
the-
anybody's interested.
Yeah, 10 o'clock Monday.
206 First.
If anybody wants to go, just send me an email, Ed,
Okay. Can you send an email out as a reminder to the board, since we have people that aren't here too? Thank you. And if you could also, we'll send we have this in the packet, but do you mind sending a separate email with the agenda, with the schedule for the our event and links to it?
Yeah, a link to the one
Yeah.
online. That has, because the one online does look like it has more stuff on it.
Yeah, and whoever needs to cross-promote it from City Hall marketing, to push it out there. Great, okay, so we'll move, that concludes, new business. We have nothing this week on old business. We will move into financials and a separate budget discussion. We have first those, financials from Matt.
Our report is the payment of financial position. As of August 31st, we had total assets of $1,267,519, with $1,183,741 of that in cash. Had total liabilities of $3,531.26, which left us with a fund balance of $1,263,987. There's no significant changes to the statement of financial position for the month of August. And lastly, we have the statement of activities. For the month of August, we ran a surplus of $64,185. Our most significant source of revenue was in our administration fees, and our largest expenses was our accounting fees.
Do we have any questions from Matt on the budget statement before we approve that? And then we can start with the financial statement before we approve that, and then we can go into budget discussion. Otherwise,
On the aging, do you have an update on 625 7th Avenue?
That one, I believe, we're actually going to, they paid the city and not us on time. So it was, they were issued a late fee when they did pay on time. They sent the money to the city, not the IDA. So that fee will come off the agent.
any other questions from the board, or do we have a motion to approve?
Make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. And no opposed, and the applicant is okay. If you could take us into the overview of the draft budget proposal. We're not adopting this today or approving it, but we are reviewing it I believe we'll have it at the next meeting for November 1st approval. Great.
Yeah, so 26 budget for our operating revenues. We have our annual admin fees for the pilots, and then I threw in for now, a rough number for our project closing fees. I'll work with Justin on just getting if there's any fees in the pipeline that we can expect in 2026. Our investment earnings is just our interest from our bank account. Professional service contracts, we have our legal notices, insurance, our annual management fee to the city, legal expenses, accounting, and then for the other professional services.
So where does the city contribution fall? Where is that?
It's in the professional service contracts.
We're paying to reimburse, we're paying the city the license fee, and we're reimbursing the city for their payroll. So we don't have a professional service contract with the city. We reimburse them. So we just got to class that, I think, a little differently. I mean, there's no service contract there.
Yeah, I think we've always kind of just put it in that section.
Okay.
I have it there. But we can definitely look into it.
Is that 125? Is that what it is right now?
That's what I have in the budget now. I don't know if that number's going up or down. I know.
Yeah.
I think it's been at that number for the last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, sounds right.
I mean, this is not, it's not that we haven't seen sponsorship things in the past in front of the board, but are you accounting for that in the other non-operating expenditures, just putting like a placeholder for
So the
4,000 or 5,000 or
Budget
something?
for it, yeah.
The other non-operating expenditures, I have the wayfinding marketing expenses in there. We've kind of had that budgeted for the last couple of years, and we kind of just move it forward every year when we don't use that money, but I can definitely put in like a marketing number or sponsorships if I would like to see that.
I know we didn't hit 5, but just to hold it, put like 5 line for 5,000 in there or something. I don't know what the expectation is next year, but these two coincidentally came at the same time, and it's a kind of an odd thing, but it'd be nice to have something budgeted for it.
Yeah, and if there's anything else additional or would like to see in there, I'm happy to add it.
Otherwise, there's nothing to approve today, but if there's any other questions, otherwise we'll see this next month for, round it out, and we can also vote it down, but then we'll have to approve it. And then if not, then do we have, motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Okay, we're gonna jump right into the, Capital Resource Corporation, Board of Directors meeting. It is September 26th, 2025. We are going to start with another bulk approval of the minutes from February 21st, April 25th, May 30th, and July 25th that we are going to pass all together in this block and get back on track for more month-by-month approvals. So we're making this amendment based off of that the minutes are accurate, that's the Secretary's knowledge for recording everything for the meetings. Do we have any questions or comments on that, or do we have a motion to approve this block of minutes?
Make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Okay, and we have nothing on new business this month. We are bringing in old business back to the CCIAC grant request, which, as it stood from a few months ago, was a request for $25,000. Before we go into anything from them, again, I just wanted to have this clear that we have gone through, I think, a strange year in 2020 where there was a lot put out for Franklin Alley project, Summer Square program, like that, but that's a high number. I think that's not consistent with what we would see every year. 78,000 in 2021, 58,000 in 2022, and I believe it was 23 or 24 that we started talking about doing a budget for the remainder. We had 44,000 in 23, 62 in 2024, and we are at 21,000 year to date in 2025. And if I remember right, apologies for not having this number in front of me, but we set kind of a budget of about 45, I think, annual was what we wanted to stick under. And we still have a few months left in the year, and this would tap all of that out. So I think that there's, it's reasonable with our previous commitments to this organization for them to come in and ask for more, or like in line with what they've been getting, or on par with what they were getting last year. So 2 years ago in 2023, we granted 11,000 in August, back again in August, 15,000, and now it's a different format of these numbers of what we're sponsoring, but the request is for 25. And let's just leave that for discussion for the board, unless we have Shannon here, right? If she wants to go through Renee.
Amy is who I.
Oh, Amy, right.
But I think that might be her, first.
Oh.
There's Sharon is.
I'm having a hard time with my video. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay.
My internet
Amy is
connection
here.
yeah.
Yeah. So Amy is here available by phone. I did not recognize that name, sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Have any questions? I mean, we went into detail on this before, but if we have any questions for Amy or want to review anything, or if we want to put this motion forward, or if there's an amendment to the motion that anyone would like to put forward for this. Open for discussion.
I have a question. The 15,000 granted to the circus was last year, correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
By the way, sorry, the packet also has a further breakdown of everything in your attachments, if you haven't seen that. So we have the application, and some information on the desktop group, along with their budget printed out for us. So yeah, take some time to review, and then any questions for Amy while we have her, just bring them up.
This budget was as of which date?
The budget was made, the budget you're looking at, I believe was made in spring. It was an April decision on the board.
And it looks like the breakdown that you gave us, the request for match operating support, the 25,000 would go towards artist fees, recruitment and training, as well as general operating support to be provided as a match reimbursement, directly supporting staff time for planning and implementation, partnership development with local venues and nonprofits, artist contracting and program coordination, and communications, outreach, and program evaluation. So there is a difference in what we previously did, which was targeted more towards an event, even though it wasn't sponsorship of an event, but that's what was coming in pitched. This is for that overview of everything, so it's ongoing for that.
Yeah, I can speak to that a little bit. In the previous years, the concentration of the entire budget went to one event, to Circus in the Park, that ran roughly from 10 to 14 days. This year, we took a little bit different approach. We've been trying to do more community engagements, involved in different festivals throughout the region, and expanding our footprint a bit. We did just have our 6th Circus in the Park in September, on September 7th. So we have an ongoing commitment to that, but we introduced new programming. We ran Spring Circus Week at Mount Ida, which culminated in World Circus Day celebration with a professional performance that was open to the community. And then again, this fall, we're having Sean Fagan, a local performing artist, conduct a program at Mount Ida, which we have grant funding to provide scholarships for local youth who wouldn't be able to attend as well. So we're trying to, last year at the end of the year, when we looked at, how we were spending our money, we thought perhaps there's a way to spread it out over the year and expand our impact a bit instead of one event.
Maybe I'm curious, are you a performer as well?
I'm not a performer.
Hey guys, they've been patient waiting for us, coming to us for this. If we don't have any other questions, do we want to look at an amount other than this, or bring it forward? What's the
balance in our, I wasn't clear on that.
I would say,
We have 80,000 in assets right now,
yeah,
cash,
which gives us the,
with no revenue on the forecast. So how
Right.
much is this one?
25.
25, that leaves us with 55 going into the turn of the year.
and
And there's 57 that you've got going out here.
Yeah, the ones I have on the budget for 26 are just kind of the recurring ones that we have.
We're gonna have to shut all that off. There's gonna be no fund balance unless the LDC pays off some of that, the working capital loan, and I don't know that we've set that budget yet. We have it all set in the LDC budget, but maybe some, or
Yeah.
something, so.
I mean, we have
I'll
that.
just keep an eye on the stick, yeah.
I know when we were discussing this back in 2024, we knew we would have 3 years of similar amounts, like that was it. So we're in the middle now, so we're not gonna surpass that, but I mean, the point being, like, after that 3-year point, we knew if nothing came in, that was the end of having funds for it. So the option is either stretch this out longer and revise that, which wasn't what we had discussed in 2024, or if we continue on this path, I think that 25 personally, I think the 25 is aggressive. I'm fine with meeting down at like 17.5, somewhere a little closer on the lower side back to what we did last year. And then that leaves us a little bit of room if there's another request at the next couple meetings, tiny bit, to be under that 45 number. Because we just don't know what else could come to us. We still have 3 more meetings this year, so that would be the amendment I would recommend. It's still something that we can contribute. It's a little bit of growth like we have done with many of these organizations year over year. So that's what I would put forward, or if anyone wants to propose an alternative amount.
I was thinking something more in the middle of the previous 2 years, like 12.5.
I think that's fine with, what do you guys think?
I think that, their new direction with year-round programming merits our support. So I would go with the 17.5 perhaps, more so than the, just because that was a one-time event. This is year-round programming now, and I think we ought to support that.
Just need to look at the budget for next year, because if it stays as it's drafted, then we have no fund balance at the end of '26.
Yeah.
Which is what we were aware of
Yeah. Then
all
what?
along.
Yeah.
Then what?
So the folks that typically come to us, like, you know, the neighborhood improvement guys in the Tech Valley for the last couple of years, Powers Park, I mean, are they aware of the limitation of funds that are, was that discussed with them the last couple times they've come
Well,
in?
it's our budget, right? And they
Yeah.
ask us for support, and if we don't have the resources, then there goes the support, right? So I just keeping an eye on those things, and that may force the conversation with the LDC loan, so.
I think this was roughly talked about at the last meeting. I think that separate from this conversation about this project, but obviously it's all connected, I think it would be very helpful if, like, we could go back to whatever organizations are active of the last 4 years, let's say, that are still asking for this, and beginning of the year or end of this year, ask, like, what do you, like, knowing what they need to ask for and support. You know, we could have done that before this meeting, we didn't, but this is, you know, without executive director, it's hard to spend that time on this, but this is something that it would be helpful to know and be able to commit something earlier in the year, so we're not spreading it out, like, in my mind, so we're not waiting until December of last year to, like, get the last bit of money out, and then that gives the board more time to, if there's the rest of the year to look at where is funding coming from, putting requests out, looking for grants, et cetera, like, the effort can be put on that. But I'd rather know what we're committing to for next year, letting them, in making them aware of that this might be the last year there's a budget for it. Like, we do need to be transparent with that. We don't have to notify them in January, we can notify them next month. But the point being, like, we need to put that out there to them. We owe it to them. They come to that, it just helps for organization. So I think that's a part of communicating that outward. If it hasn't, it might not be apparent to everyone. Not everyone's following our minutes and this discussion, and, you know, it's relevant to Amy now because she's on the call hearing it, but it's not relevant to Powers Park people, for example, perhaps.
Yeah, and also I wanted to comment that, I do like the idea of being able to help more organizations. And as you can see, you know, going back, you know, a couple years, you know, some of the larger awards have been, you know, to the city. So, you know, we, you know, are not, you know, giving out as, you know, big of chunks, you know, anymore. So that's also, you know, something to note.
Mm-hmm. What if we were to meet in the middle at 15?
Yeah, just continuing it.
Yeah, just keep match last year.
Yeah.
I think that's, you know, that's more in line with, if we were looking to stick to a budget, that's more in line with it. So I'd be fine with that if we want to put a motion for matching last year's amount at 15.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And just the absences of Stephanie and Albert. Okay. Amy, thanks for your patience with us. We weren't able to meet, and
Okay.
you can coordinate with Danae for the allocation of the $50,000 for the grant request. And we are going, that concludes old business. We will move on to, same as last meeting, the statement of financial position. We'll approve that, and then we'll go into our budget discussion for voting next month.
Our first report is statement of financial position. As of August 31st, we had total assets of $295,881, with $80,881 of that in cash. With total liabilities of $460, which left us with a fund balance of $295,421. No significant changes to the statement of financial position. And lastly, we have the statement of activity. For the month of August, we ran a deficit of $218.15. Our only source of revenue was our interest earnings, and our expenses were in our accounting fees.
Any questions from Matt, or do we have a motion to approve finances for August update?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Thank you. And let's go into the budget.
Pretty similar to last year. Our admin fees are from the RPI bond closings. Investment earnings are from the bank. I did put in the repayment of the capital loan for the LDC, so that's pay changes we previously discussed. Professional service contracts, we have legal expenses and accounting fees in there. And then grants and donations, I put together a list of our people that come and ask us for money and what the average that they've asked for the past couple of years, for all the detail sheet.
Does that payment need to be one, like, how does that payment need to come? Is there a deadline, and does it need to come as one payment, like for the LDC?
I guess that's the discussion more between.
I'm just curious.
It's kind of
Okay,
cold right now. I think based on the LDC's budgetary resources, half of that could come in 26. Then we retire the HUD loan, and then in 27, there'll be a lot more flexibility.
Honestly, yeah, even waiting for all of it for the HUD loan would still give us the budget for 27 that we're missing.
Right, yeah.
Like, we don't need to pay any of that next year. We don't need to get any of that next year technically if we stick to this budget. But then we have to, the HUD loan for the LDC is like a 20-year payment that's ending next year.
I think we're done in August, yeah.
So for allocating that, like, so part of the reason this keeps getting pushed, this payment back, is just to, you know, be a little more balanced on that. So, like, even if we hit the 40,000 next year, we're saying we'll have in cash, like, even after expenses, we have that budgeted, then there might be a gap in 27 where this money isn't in the hands yet, but
right.
it would give more flexibility.
If you look at our year-to-date, we're sitting on 80, and we just approved how much?
15.
15, so that's down to 65. Theoretically, and we're gonna have a little bit more expense before the end of the year, let's call it 60. If you're rolling into 26 with 60 in cash, with 7,500 expected in, you know, in total income for the year.
Yeah.
And then you have 57 budgeted here for estimated expenses and grants going out. So at some point, I think maybe to the extent that we forecast some things for the LDC and there's, you know, half, you know, 107.5 or something like that, to come in and knock out half of this, that will at least set up a couple budget years.
Yeah.
Looking forward for the CRC. I think we can have these conversations.
Yeah.
When we come back in the end of October, we'll be able to firm that up. And because when you do the annoying thing, well, one of the more difficult things that you have to deal with when we post the budgets, you have to do the next 3 years. So we would see zeros unless
Yeah. Your budget's gonna be zero for the next 3 years.
Unless RPI has another bond issuance. We thought they were coming in this year, but I think they're, like many people, waiting for the budget.
Okay.
That comes down some more. That would solve a lot of things.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be approving a budget for next month's meetings, but otherwise, the information's in front of us. If you have any questions, you know, bring them to the next meeting, or that you think are outside of this, for the budget. And, otherwise, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?